Hello. I think I've gotten everything straight. Yeah, well, no, it's still crooked, isn't it? I'm trying to get it back to where it should be. I don't know why it adjusts every week, but it does, doesn't it? Hello, everyone. Make sure that you say hello as you come in. Make sure that you comment and that you share. And we will get started, and we will start off with the prizes. I have Carol Russell. You won the Knit Together, so I'm excited to send you a good little treat in the mail. And then Sharon, you won, and I just saw you pop on here, you won the pack of papers. So I will get these in the mail to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yes, tomorrow. So make sure that you comment, share, and then your name goes into the drawing for next week. And next week, we will be giving away a pack of these ombre gift bags. These are a lot of fun. And then I also have a little well-suited twine combo pack, which this is retired. So, and then this is in the current annual catalog. So I will get, again, Sharon and Carol, I will get those out in the mail to you. And if you won prizes on Wednesday of last week, when I did, no, it was Thursday of last week when I did the live last week, I have not put those in the mail. Those will actually go in the mail tomorrow with these as well. I might be a little behind on that due to Christmas. So let's see. I think that's it for the prizes. Let's talk about the January Club. January Club is using the Eden's Garden, which is this right here. So you've got all these beautiful dies here. And then you've got the stamp set. The class contains 4 cards. So you've got these 4 cards right here. You'll get all the items to make these. Plus in your kit, you will make this right here, which is for a 6x6 window box. Is that what they're called? Yes, a window box picture. And then you'll get all 3 of these bolts of ribbon. They come in a pack. And then you'll get these classic matte dots. You get a whole pack of those. And you'll get half a pack of paper. And this is the Home Together, I think is what it's called. I can't remember the names. I'm still learning. From the new catalog, that will be the window box picture. Yeah, there you go, Verna. Thank you. So you'll get a half a pack of this paper. I'm still learning the names for the new catalog though. So the club is $39, and $39 gets you a minimum of $20 worth of products, which this adds up to, I think, about $22 for January's club. So you get plenty for your money. And then of course you get all the stuff to make your cards. Now, I will say this, if you've never taken my club before, so let's just take this card for example. You will get the Misty Moonlight paper in order to do your embossing here. You'll get the paper to do all of your own die cutting. So you have to have the bundle in order to create your projects, or you can substitute with anything that you have. So, I know there's some other stamps and stuff that have had the wreath type dies in them. So anyway, so you do, and whenever you do club, you can have your bundle added on, and it's just the actual cost of the bundle. I don't add shipping and tax to that, so just know that. If you have specific questions, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. If you are on my email list, an email will be going out this week so that you can register for this. If you are not on my email list and you want to be on that, you can message me through Facebook and I will get you on that email list. There's also a link in the description of this video for you to register for that club, but it doesn't give you the add-on bundle for that one, so just know that. Class for January is January the 8th. And these are the cards that we're going to be making. I'm in love with this one. And I'm in love with all of them, but I really like the cactus stamp set. And I really love the ladybug stamp set. So, and this one right here, this stamp set is a celebration. So it's free with a $50 purchase. So, club, there's a description or a link in the description of the video for class on January the 8th. I feel like I have a lot to share and I'm getting them all mixed up. But there's a link in the description of this video for everything that I have. I promise. That will make it easier for you to follow along, I'm sure. Okay, the last thing is, I'm going to bring these over. I've got to shut one of them because I can't show you yet. So, new catalog will start on January the 4th. Celebration starts on January 4th as well. If you do not have a catalog and you're not a current customer, please let me know. You can message me and I will get one mailed out to you. The other thing is, Celebration is items. If you purchase $50 or more, there are items that you can select. There's also 2 items in there that if you do $100 more or more order, you can pick those items. So, and you can mix and match as well. So, again, if you need a catalog, let me know. And I think that's it. I did share today on my Facebook page a catalog launch party on January the 4th. That will be multiple demonstrators. We have videos and they will post at certain times and you just have to go in and click that you're going and then it will message you whenever a new video actually posts. So you can go in there and watch the different videos and it will be using products from this catalog and probably from the celebration as well. I have created my projects. I did 2 for the price of 1 and I am so excited on how they turned out. So I really want to show them to you, but I can't. I have to wait until the 4th and you see them then. I got to play a little this weekend and I'm telling you, I'm falling even more in love with this catalog as the days go by. So, hello everyone. Thanks for joining. I see all of you coming in. Make sure again that you say hello. Tell me where you're from. Give me some kind of, what kind of crafting you really are into. And make sure you share the video and your name will go into the drawing for next week. So today, I think that's it as far as announcements go. Today we're going to do some alternative projects with the paper pumpkin. Last Thursday, I did the 3 intended projects. So today I decided I'm going to go ahead and do my alternative instead of doing something different since we're getting to the end of one catalog. There's a lot of stuff that's already sold out. That doesn't make it fun if I'm using products that you can't currently purchase and you can't purchase the new products yet. So we're going to just do paper pumpkin and we're going to have fun with it. So I came up with 3 more projects and I'm going to have to say I really love this kit. It is so much fun. Which I know is it's pun fun. So you're gonna get some of my corny jokes tonight because I love puns. So is that for January? Is what for January, Sharon? This kit was December's kit that you could purchase, and this one is for January. So you have until January the 10th to subscribe to the heart one. It's like heart-shaped cards and all that good stuff. So this one is January's, but this one right here was December's. And I do have 1 extra kit left. That is all I have left of this kit. I get extra ones every month, and so there's 1 left on this one. So if you want it after tonight's video, let me know, and I will send you the link to pay for it. It's $25, and that includes shipping. So, but lots of puns. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm going to put all my stuff up here The first one I'm really excited about. I wanted to do something that I'm not really sure it turned out the way I thought it was going to turn out, but I wanted the egg to kind of be sitting on a plate and then kind of like on a table, but you know what? I ended up liking how it turned out, so I still went with it. So we're going to do this, and I've put all the pieces together, but a great thing about this is I put a little stitch triangle right here in the corner, and you can stick a gift card holder in it, or a gift card into it. So, excited for you turned into something where you can put a little gift for someone. So, I'm super excited about that. Let's go ahead and get started. So, we're gonna fold this in half, which I'd already done, to give it a good crease. I did forget my piece of paper there, but I've got some extra here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. All right. And then I'm going to show you how. So I used the stitch triangles, and I cut this out of the card base because I had left over from cutting this. So this was one of the card bases on the original projects. So it was this. And so I just trimmed off here, and then I cut the triangle out. So with the triangle, we're going to take my contraband tear and tape. This is not Stampin' Up! At all. All right, I want to make sure that I'm putting it on here right. So I'm going to put this here because I want it to be a skinny line, because you want to have enough room to put that gift card holder in there, or the gift card in there, for this piece to really hold it. You don't want it to slide out when someone opens the card. So we'll take this off. This kit has very tiny pieces to it, so the contraband tear and tape has really come in handy. All right, so we're gonna put that there, and then look, this just goes right on in. And it's in there good and secure, okay? I'm gonna take that out while we kind of do some stamping on the front of our card. So I'm gonna take some real red, because part of our embellishments are these little hearts right here, and I loved them. So I wanted to add, though, a few more and not really use all of my embellishments. So I'm going to use the heart that comes in the stamp. Let me see if I can find that stamp, the whole stamp set. So this is the whole stamp set right here. Has lots of fun puns. And I love that, but I actually didn't even use the birthday hat in it. So, all right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to put down, before we put our hearts on there, we're going to take this piece of basic white cardstock and we're going to put it down. All right, we're going to put it right about here. It doesn't have to be exact, and if it's off from, you know, being the same amount up and top, it's really not going to matter because of the layout of this card. Now, I'm going to go ahead now and stamp my little hearts. So I'm going to grab my real red. We're going to stamp 3 times up here, and then 2 times down here. And I'm an odd numbers girl when it comes to embellishments, so I want to do odd number of the heart stamp, so that when I add 2 of the actual embellished hearts, it keeps it at an odd number. Oh yes, Susan, it is always a lot of fun to make the alternatives. I love playing around with it and creating different things. And a lot of times I create 3D projects, but with this one, I haven't yet. So I might be playing with it a little bit more for New Year's. Okay, so now we're going to take these strips right here. And again, this is from one of the card bases. And we're just going to lay them right about here. And now we're going to adhere them. And we're going to cut off those different the edges because it's got that blue from the card base. When I did my sample, I did line it up with my grid paper to make sure that it was even, but I'm not going to worry about that now. If it's not completely even, nobody will really know. They're just going to be excited that they got a handmade card, so they're going to go with it like that. All right, so now let's trim this off with my little mini trimmer here. Line that up. Oh, that is not cutting it, is it? Oh, yeah, it got it. Okay. Then we're going to flip this over. I need to clean my trimmer because it's all kinds of sticky. But I have yet to do that. I've been a slacker on doing that. All right, and I want to make sure I don't cut my card base. Okay. And now we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to bring in our pool party little piece here, and we're going to lay it flat over the strips there. Okay, and my white piece is a little crooked, but it's okay. I did notice that, but it'll be all right. Okay, now this piece right here is from the kit, and it is the centerpiece to this. And this is what made the cherry card on how it was intended. So I just took the center and I popped it out, and now we're gonna lay that flat on there. So this is kind of like our tablecloth because it's that gingham, almost, well, it's not gingham, but it's almost. And so I thought it looked really cute as a tablecloth. Okay, didn't really turn out that way, but you know, close enough. And then we're going to take and pop up, this is retired because I ran out of the silver foil that is in our catalog now. I ran out of it, so I had to go with some retired, but shh, it's a paper pumpkin. You can pull out whatever you want, whatever you have, right? All right, so we're gonna put, because we all have retired items, and occasionally it's okay to use those. All right, so then we're gonna stick that right there, and I'm gonna make sure that I have an opening here so I can put my sentiments. Okay. All right, now we've got our little egg here. We're gonna take the early espresso. We're gonna stamp the egg outline. And this is pretty easy to line up. All right. And then we're gonna do the smiley face in the center. Perfect. And then we're going to attach it with dimensionals as well. And then I hope everyone had a great Christmas. We were on the road a lot, but it is a-okay. We got to see family. We went down and saw Ben's mom, so that was good. We got to spend some time with her, and we hadn't really gotten to spend a lot of time with her, so we enjoyed it. So I hope everyone else had a great Christmas. I hope Santa was good to all of you. Santa was very good to me this year, I'll have to say. My husband did very well as well. So, all right. So we're going to take now, if I can get it picked up, we're going to take this little piece and we're going to attach it up underneath, kind of about there. So we're going to need to cut off a little bit because we don't want it sticking out over here. So I'm just going to trim it with my scissors. I'm going to kind of eyeball it on where I want it to be. So I'm just going to trim off right about there. Okay, and this is one of the pieces from the kit, but I will show you, I did it a little different because I was out of the actual strips, so I just cut this in-between part, which works as well. So I do need that skinny tearing tape, so we're gonna add that to the back. And the skinny tearing tape is almost too big for even it. It is a very skinny piece. All right, so we're gonna attach. And then we're going to adhere by sticking it up underneath. And let's see, we're gonna get it right about here. Okay, now let's take this piece right here, is for the sentiments that, so there are labels that came in the kit for your sentiment. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna use the white side. And we're gonna stamp excited for you. And that's gonna be in the early espresso as well. All right, and then we are going to give the end of it a flag. So we're gonna cut, actually I'm gonna trim off just a touch here. We don't need quite that much. And then we're gonna cut up the center and then come in from this side, come in from this side, and now we have our flag. And then we're going to turn it over, put our thin tear-in tape on it. And I think we should be, oh, nope, I'm gonna have to cut off some of it as well. Okay, let's cut right about here. Let's see. There we go, perfect. All right, so now let's take the backing off. And then we'll stick that right there above. Okay, now the only thing we need to do is add our ribbon and then our embellishments, since we've already done the inside. So we're gonna take our linen thread, tie a cute little bow, and you get this in your kit. You get the linen thread in your kit. All right, and we're gonna take a glue dot. We're gonna ball it up. So that it's really tiny there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move the bow down because I stuck the sentiment in just a little too far. And we'll stick the bow right about here. We can always change, right? All right, and then we'll cut there. Oops, eek. Cut there. Those are apparently bad scissors. Let's get a different pair. All right, so we're gonna trim there. There we go. And then let's add our little hearts here. We're gonna use our take your pick tool. And we're gonna put a heart here. And we're gonna put a heart right there. All right, there you go. There is card number 1. And then of course you've got your gift card on the inside. Okay. All right, so card number 2, I did all cards tonight, no PDFs. This one right here is one I thought of while I was eating breakfast one morning because it reminds me of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which I don't eat. I don't like it. Well, I also can't have cinnamon. So, but I don't like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch anyway. I don't like the concept of it, I guess. So anyway, I was thinking of it though, and they always have like a lot of them together in a bowl. So that's kind of how the background came apart, or came. And then I went with the heart because originally I was going to use the sentiment of, let's see, what does it say? I loaf you. I was going to originally use that one, but then I felt like I needed a little bit more of a sentiment there because the heart was so big. But this heart is from the new catalog, so it's a little sneak peek for you. All right. I'm going to put this away. There we go. All right, so we're going to take our card base and fold it in half. If I can get my fingers to work there. Okay. And now we're going to take and stamp the loaf in the background. And I'm going to grab a piece of grid paper so that I can stamp it and not get it on my background. Here, okay. We are going to use crumb cake to do the stamping. And we are going to just add a ton. I want a whole bunch of them on there. So spacing them out or whatever, you don't have to do any of that. Let's do that one sideways. And we'll do this one up. And then let's do one here in the corner. And okay, I'm good with that. So a whole bunch of them there. Put as many as you can get on it. All right. Now we're going to take a piece of vellum, and this vellum actually came in the kit, and then I used a layering circle to make it just a little smaller because the one that came in the kit is like really big. So I just wanted it to be slightly smaller. So we're going to take this, put adhesive on the back of it and 2 strips across the center because you don't want it to show when you go to put your, when you put it on your card base, you want to hide up this piece that is going to show that adhesive behind it, okay? All right, I'm going to move this. All right, now we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to put it down. Now, when you put your heart on, you're going to notice that it shows over here, and I don't want that. So we're going to cut it, and we're going to cut it right about where that heart comes across the bottom, okay? So we're just cutting it off, a little piece of it there. So now we're going to adhere this down. And this is going to kind of go over those adhesive marks as well. All right, so we've got that there. Now we're going to put this little piece on right here. So we're going to put this down right about there. We're going to use that skinny tear and tape again. Oh, Melissa, you got the catalog today? Oh, fantastic. That is great news because I typically send one to myself, and guess what? I forgot to send one to myself this time. So I have no idea when anybody's getting them. So I'm glad you got yours, but your hands have been quite busy, so I'm sure that you haven't had a chance to look at anything. And I'm sure that you had a wonderful Christmas with your hands full with the new baby. All right. We're going to put this piece on right about there. Now we can put our heart on, and it's going to cover up those ends, okay? We're going to pop this up with dimensionals. And I'm gonna put one there. Let me put one kind of in the center too. I probably didn't need that many, but it's all right. All right. So we're gonna put that right about there. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I cut this heart out from one of the card bases. And let me show you what you can do once you cut it out. So I made sure to kind of cut it out in the center so that you could literally put another piece of cardstock in the back of it, and you could create a whole nother card with this piece right here. So using all the different pieces of the kit. All right, so we've got that there. Now we want to stamp our toast here, and so we're going to use that early espresso, and I'm going to actually clean my stamp really quick. So I'm going to grab my cleaner, my little chamois, because I want to make sure I got a lot of ink on that inside there, so I want to make sure I get it good and clean. All right. So we're going to go to Early Espresso now. So it's got that darker outline. And ta-da! All right, and then we're going to add glasses. And I have learned, after playing with this set, it is easier to put the glasses on first. And then put the smiley face on. Perfect. Well, look at there. And then we're going to adhere him to the center, or her, whichever you prefer. And we're going to pop it up with dimensionals. All right. Kind of put it at an angle. And then we're going to take this little piece here, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to stamp a toast to your success. We're going to stamp that right on across, like that. Then we're going to cut straight up here, like that. We're going to trim a little bit off this side. And then we're going to adhere this piece down first, and we're going to put a small piece of that skinny tear and tape. And then we're going to put a mini dimensional on this side. Because our heart is popped up, so we want to make sure that when we put our sentiment on, that it is level and not cattywampus. Oh, look there. I just took that whole thing off. That is a sticky dimensional. All right, and then we're going to put this right about here. All right, and then we're going to flag the end of this one. We're actually going to trim just a touch off. Okay. And then cut up, cut in. I don't want it to be a huge flag at the end, just because it is a very skinny piece. Okay, there we go. Move all the little pieces away. This is gonna go on here as well, and it's gonna need just a little adhesive on that end, so I'm just gonna tear it off and put it on like that. I'm going to go ahead and take that backing off. And then I'm going to put 2 mini dimensionals on. My stomach is growling, y'all. I must be hungry. My husband is actually cooking dinner right now, so yay for that. He is cooking while I am doing my live. All right, and then we're going to stick this one right about there. And that's a little crooked, so let's straighten it up. There we go. All right, So a toast to your success. Awesome. And now we're going to do a double ribbon with the linen thread. So you're just going to take a piece, fold it in half, and then just tie a bow like you normally would. And we don't want it quite that big, so we're going to pull on our tails just a little bit, and then we'll trim off that end like that. Get rid of my mess. All right, and then I'm going to take a glue dot, and again I'm going to roll it up because I need it to be smaller than that. So I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to put it right here, and then I'm going to stick my bow right on top of it, just like that. All right, and then the last thing we want to do is we want to put a white piece on the inside so you can stamp. And I am not going to stamp anything on it. I'm just going to adhere a piece of white cardstock to the inside. And you could turn this one into a gift card as well. All right, there is card number 2. Oh, he did? Oh, Melissa, that is fantastic. Until tomorrow. Oh, good. Good. I'm so glad you got to spend time with the new baby. So adorable. I saw lots of pictures you posted. So, but the crafting table, yeah, that would be really exciting. All right, card number 3. And this one is probably my favorite. I would have to say this one is definitely my favorite. I love the cherries. This came from the back of the card, or the back of the instructions that come in your paper pumpkin. This right here is what I was mimicking, but putting it into a card type deal. And then of course I changed it up just slightly, but you always make it your own. All right, so with this one, oh, you know what I forgot to put on the last card? Back it up, rewind. Sorry. Forgot the embellishment. That's like the funnest part of it all. We're going to use these gold ones. These are the metallic pearls, and these are in the annual catalog, and I love these. And I don't know why I forgot to put them on. Well, I always forget to put my embellishment on when I'm live for some reason. All right. Because I get to talking and I get to looking at comments and, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And I get sidetracked. I need to write, I need to write notes, like instructions for myself on Facebook Live so I don't miss things. All right, so that one is now officially done. Okay, back to this one. All right, let's fold our card base in half, and this is one of the card bases that came in the kit. So that makes it really easy. Then we're gonna take some of that linen thread. We're gonna wrap it around. And then we're gonna tie a big old bow. I absolutely love this splatter on this card base. This is probably my favorite card base of them all. All right. Let's see if we can make this semi-pretty. All right, and now we'll cut off the tails. All right, so there we go. And then we are gonna take, this is one of the strips that comes in the kit, and I just cut it in half. And we're gonna actually adhere these up underneath our linen thread there. Y'all, I have had the hiccups like 6 times today, and I feel they're coming on again. I don't know what the deal is. All right, we're gonna stick this one right about here. it's like I'm growing. You know, they always say that when you have hiccups, you're growing. Well, I can definitely tell you I'm not growing taller. So it's, I guess, growing wider. Because my height is definitely still challenged, for sure. All right. I'm just kind of make sure that it's even. And yes, I know that the colors aren't matching, but that's okay because you're going to hide it with your sentiment and nobody's going to really look at that. And I think it's just fine. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to take our little pool party piece and we're going to take the splatter stamp from the stamp set. We're going to stamp all over it with pool party splatters. I'm going to grab my grid paper again. Oh, let me get here in the center. There we go. All right. That is good. And then we are going to adhere that right there. And I probably put these over a little farther, but that's okay. We'll adjust our ribbon here, our little bow, our linen thread. Maybe, there we go. So that it's all right there together. There we go, perfect. We can adjust this a little bit more this way. Okay, we're gonna pop this up with dimensionals, and I gotta grab some more. I know, Verna, yes. I will say it hasn't happened to me in a while, but man, yes. When I get it, like if I get them probably 6 or 7 times in a day. And then I'll go a long time without getting them and then they come back, yes. And sometimes they hurt really bad. And it does, it drives me absolutely crazy. And yes, Deb, everybody needs a good splatter stamp. And this one is a pretty good one, I will have to say. All right, so we're gonna put this right here. There we go. My string is a little too loose, so I'm gonna have to adjust. I'm gonna have to fix it. Give me just a second. We need this to be tighter, or it's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. There we go. All right. Now let's go in and go in. All right, there we go. Much, much better. Tight. And now it won't move and flop around. Okay. Now let's let's go ahead and stamp our cherries and then our sentiment. And I'm going to show you, these come in the kit. We're going to cut off this little conversation. I don't know what the little flag is called, but we're just going to cut it off. There we go. Conversation block flag, maybe. Those are not really good scissors. All right, let's do this again. All right, there we go. Okay. So we're going to stamp our sentiment. We're going to stamp the cherries. And we're not going to put faces on the cherry, because on this card, it doesn't really need it. All right. And we're going to stamp it with the Early Espresso, which is the perfect color for the outline of these. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sentiment. And then sentiment's going to go right there. Alrighty. Put that up there so I don't get my hand in it. Now, before we start putting all this together, we're going to lay the cherries right there. We're going to attach this little red piece to the back. So I need to use that really thin piece, tear and tape again, and we're going to get it right up to the edge of the sentiment. Right there. Then we're going to take off the backing. I'm going to grab my silicone mat, which is just right behind me. And we're going to attach this little red piece to the back. Okay? It's a very thin piece. But we're going to attach it. There we go. And the reason I'm using my silicone mat is because I want to make sure that when I pick this up, well, apparently I didn't get it on there. But when I pick, I don't want this to stick to my table, so this is what it won't, the glue won't stick to, or the adhesive won't stick to the actual silicone mat. Okay, let's see if it got on there that time. It did. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to take and attach our vellum to down here as well. Okay, so we're going to actually add some adhesive. Now, we'll add just a little strip of it, and of course it made this piece came off. This is a very, very skinny strip. It's probably the only thing I don't like about the kit is the little tiny pieces like that. All right, that looks good. All right, so we're going to attach this kind of like right about there. So we want it to show, we kind of want it to be in the background. Okay, now we're going to put adhesive on this end, and we're going to put dimensionals on this end. We're going to do 3 dimensionals and take off the backings, and then we're going to stick it onto our card. All right, so just like this. And we want a little bit of those 2 pieces to show top and bottom. All right, and then we're going to pop up our cherry. So we need 2 dimensionals here, and these are your regular dimensionals, and then we need a little mini one for the stem and the leaf. All right. And then we're gonna put it at an angle right about there. And then the last thing we need to add is our embellishments, and we're gonna use these little blue ones right here because I thought it went along with the pool party scalloped circle piece. All right, then one there. All right, so that is card number 3. All right, I'm gonna clean up over here, get all my messes put away. And then I will, oops, try not to like slice myself with the scissors. And I'm gonna pull in all the cards. All right. So if you don't have this kit, I do have one more left, $25. Message me and I'll be more than happy to send you the link to pay for it, and then I put it in the mail. And if you did purchase them from me, then all those actually went into the mail today. They went in there late this afternoon. So you should have them, I would say no later than Wednesday or Thursday. But I do have one more left, and these are the 3 alternatives that we did today. All right, don't forget that all of the links for anything I talked about at the beginning of the video, which is for club and for card class on January the 8th, those are all in the description of this video. You can also find the link to the blog post so you can see up close pictures of each of these cards so that you can, you can save them or whatever you want to do. That is totally fun. And case it. And if you decide to make any of these, make sure you post it onto the Facebook page. I would love to see them. All right, everyone, have a great night, and I will see you next week. Bye. And yes, I will be live next Monday. I know that's the 3rd of January, but I will be live. All right, see you guys later. Bye.